Dear friends, welcome at today's healing talk and meditation with Peter Shasta. My name is Dharma, and I'd like to propose to all of you right at this moment to surround yourselves with energy of celebration and happiness, as that is what this time of the equinox brings along. It's a celebration of transformation from the past long, dark, cold winter straight into the new and fresh, filled with light and warmth. I have two things that I'd like to begin this healing session with. First, I'd like to play this crystal singing bowl for you. The transformation we're going through invites us all to come to our hearts and to connect through our hearts. And this singing bowl is tuned in the note of F, which resonates with the heart chakra and help us balance and open up the heart. And then with our open hearts, Peter suggested that we listen to the song called Happy by Pharrell Williams. And the reason why Peter recommended to do this is because everything online is telling us not to be happy, and we need to affirm what we want, as our mood affects our health. Isn't that? So let's take a minute and let these beautiful vibrations open up your heart center.
It came to me that really happiness is the essence of health. This session we're talking about, not only talking about healing, but we are going to be healed or invoke healing. And I think we can all be healed to a certain degree, if not fully, during this session. During these times, it's so important to generate happiness. And it came to me that we should listen to this song because, you wake up in the morning and there are oppressive things. If you listen to the news, the tendency is not to feel happy, but then a song like this comes on, or James Brown, I Feel Good, to say an affirmation that turns your energy around. So we need to be observing ourselves where our energy is and what can we say and do to change it. So even listening to a little bit of this Pharrell Williams song, Happy, is so uplifting and something good we can do during the day. So I just want to say it's so good to see all of you here. And I want to send my love from my heart to yours. And it is not just me. This is a message also from the masters. I don't do these Zoom sessions lightly. I'm kind of a solitary person, more of a yogi, sit in the cave kind of person. So it takes a little encouragement to get me online, but I'm glad to be here. And I feel your love, and I know the masters are here, and they are aware of each and every one of you. So whatever master you relate to, you can say, I love you, I am grateful, and have a little heart to heart with them, as well as with your own I am presence. And I would like to thank all of you who have written over the past couple of weeks, sharing your healing experiences. Many people have had amazing healings take place since the last healing that Annika transmitted. And I heard yesterday from someone who had been tested positive for COVID, and he asked for help. And I did a very simple I am affirmation. I am the healing presence of God going forth to this man, healing him. And he replied yesterday that he had been healed. He was completely clear of COVID. So, and this is something we can all do, is through connecting with your I am God presence, the grace of God, and calling that forth for each other. And it's not something difficult. It just it involves sitting down and actually doing it. And I would like to say that as far as healing goes, or as far as health goes, one of the most important things is harmony in our emotions and in our feelings. And there is something in the Christian religion, or it's in the Bible, called the seven deadly sins. These are things like greed, fear, lust, envy, pride, so on. And those need to be transmitted into the seven graces, things like compassion, generosity, faith, uh, things like that, and love. And in Tibetan Buddhism also, there are things they call the five poisons, and the five poisons need to be transmuted into the five nectars. It's the same thing. Selfishness and greed has to be transmuted into compassion and generosity. Judgment transmuted into compassion, and greed into generosity, wanting to help others. So also there's this statement in the Bible, Jesus healed some person by casting out the seven demons, the demons in them. And very often these demons are our own thought forms. These qualities of jealousy, suspicion, pride, things like that are actually thought forms that follow us from life to life. If we were a greedy person in the past life, in this life, we sort of inherit the greed entity that influences us. Or selfishness, if we were very selfish, there may be an entity, it's almost like another person, or like what Jesus called a demon. Of course, there are also earthbound spirits that can affect people, but they can only affect you if there's something within you that corresponds to that. So, like if you go to a horror movie, you watch a horror movie, you're feeling fear. So there are beings that derive their energy from your fear. It's like a food for them. But if you can banish the fear within yourself and have faith and love, then those beings have no power over you. So what I'd like to say is we are all here as a result of our own choice. We may say, I don't remember making that choice. I said that to the masters as they were escorting me to the earth. I was saying, I don't want to go back there. It's a mess down there. And he said, you agreed to it. And I said, I don't remember making that agreement, but I know now that I did. And being here with all of the heartaches and all the tests and trials on this planet, I know is my lesson in mastery. We all agreed to be here at this time on earth and to go through what we're going through. So we should ask ourselves, what is it I have to learn? It's not just about achieving enlightenment. We were enlightened before we came into duality. We are all divine beings, gods and goddesses from the great central sun. And we willed to go into duality as a type of initiation to expand who we were. We didn't know what compassion was because we always had everything. You just had to think of something and it was there. You're always in contact with your loved ones. There was always love and never any lack for anything. But we decided to come into duality to experience lack, to experience separation. And through that, we are developing compassion, generosity, equanimity, all these qualities, which are our next step in our evolution. Once we graduate from the Earth School, we will be able to go anywhere in creation and help other beings. And some of the great beings who are not on the earth say, we envy you because you really have taken the fast course in evolution. And part of that evolution is to take on limitation, to take on the illusion of lack, or even illness or pain and suffering. And we need to ask ourselves, why am I experiencing this? What do I have to learn from this? So when I had a healing practice, I discovered people could only be healed to a certain point because the illness was still serving them in some way, like people would take care of them or feel sorry for them, or they could manipulate their friends and loved ones by being sick or by having some limitation. So sometimes people were ready for the full healing, but other times only maybe a partial healing because the illness was still serving them in some way. Or maybe they realized they needed more compassion, that by suffering a bit, I could learn more. Now, when I was in India with Neem Karoli Baba, he said we should go to the Kumbh Mela. That's like a giant sort of Woodstock celebration that they have on the banks of the Ganges, where holy men come from all over India. That's where some of the SRF gurus, Yukteswar and Lahiri Mahasaya, they met their guru there. And I had heard that it was very auspicious to drink from the Ganges. Well, I did that because I believed that's what my guru, that's what Neem Karoli Baba wanted me to do. Well, that caused me to be sick for 2 years. And I was sort of angry at him after that he didn't stop me from doing that. But through being sick, I had to learn to heal myself. And I developed compassion for other people who were sick. And I saw what that was to be sick and how uncomfortable and even suicidal you can feel when you have a long-term illness. And I learned to heal myself and using herbs and homeopathy and so on. And I even took some Western drugs, and those drugs made me sicker. But it was all part of my process in healing. And through that, I actually, learning to heal other people, learning to heal myself, I learned to heal others. And that became actually a career for me for many years. So God was actually giving me something by imposing this illness on me, or an illness which I, in a sense, took on myself. And so I think before we have the healing service by Annika, it would be good if we could look within and ask ourselves, why do I have this condition? It might not even be a physical condition, it might be an emotional condition, an emotional affliction. and say, what am I learning from this? And is it time for me to let go of it? So I call on the presence of the living God, which I am and which you are, to come forth now in and through each of you and reveal what you need to eliminate as a beginning to your total healing and perfection. So you can say, I am being shown what it is I need to eliminate. Even before that, you can just say, what am I feeling at this moment? Am I feeling sad, lonely, angry, selfish? And whatever that condition is, I am being shown what the cause of that is. Do I have self-doubt? Do I feel unlovable? And where did that begin? When was the last time I felt that? And does that go back to my childhood? Maybe the way my family treated me. Maybe even a past life where I was mistreated. But then realize if you were mistreated in some previous time, you most likely mistreated others in a similar way. And it's been a cycle, lifetime after lifetime, of being mistreated and mistreating others until you understand the truth that you are one with everyone. What you do to someone else, you do to yourself. So the best way to heal yourself is simultaneously heal others. You realize what you are experiencing, millions of others on this planet right now are experiencing also. So by healing yourself, you can help heal humanity. You are not cut off at all. Your heart, my heart, the heart of the masters are rays of light coming from the same central sun. What one of us feels goes out to all. This is the great internet, not internet, internet, by which we are all connected. And what we are sending out now goes out not only to each other, but to humanity, even to our entire universe. So I am being shown right now what I need to work on in myself. Let's just take a minute to tune into that. Now think of all the hundreds of thousands or millions on this earth that feel exactly what you do at this moment, that have the same condition. And say, by healing myself, I am healing all others. And see your heart as the great sun. Your body becomes like a crystal, translucent, and that sunlight is shining through your body. This is the meditation Saint Germain gives in Unveiled Mysteries, where you see the sun in the center of your chest and light fills every cell and gets brighter and brighter and shines out through you into the room, into space, into the universe. And that light that you are generating is filling the hearts of everyone else and healing them also. So let us take a while and dwell in that inner sun. And you can say silently to yourself, I am the Son of God. And feel it. It's not saying it with your brain, it's really feeling it and just allowing it to flow forth. And to know that that sunlight is one with divine love, divine wisdom, and divine power. Let us take a minute to give gratitude to the Divine Mother who took form as our earthly mother, without whom we would not have these bodies. I am grateful to my mother and to my grandmother and all the mothers before me. And I am grateful to the great cosmic mother for bringing forth this existence. And as you allow that divine mother energy to flood through your body, you open the doors for healing. Now I'm going to end this meditation. And before I turn it over to Annika Sophia Grace to lead us in the transmission of healing, I would like to say an affirmation in which you can join in if you like. I am the love, wisdom, and power of God in action, bringing forth peace and health on earth right now. So we are very fortunate now to have Annika Sophia Grace with us. Since the last healing session, many people have written to us about healing experiences which they have had. So Annika will take us to the next step now. Annika?
Thank you so much, Peter. Thank you, Dharma, for your service today. And thank you, Peter, for your continued service for humanity. with us on this planet at this time. It is my greatest joy to serve together with all of you. And I welcome you wherever you are to sit comfortably as you are and join me in this healing time, in this healing, sacred, safe space. Gently closing your eyes to turn to the presence within. I invite you to feel your feet on the ground, allowing your body to rest on the chair where you're sitting or wherever you are. And if you feel more comfortable to lie down at this time, that is also welcome. Whatever makes you feel most at ease, to open your heart, to relax and receive. Let's tune into that presence in our hearts by breathing together. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling, opening your mouth, letting go of the day. Ah. Taking a cleansing breath in through your nose. Opening the mouth, making an audible sigh. Ah. Beautiful. And continue now at your own natural rhythm of breath, allowing your body to breathe for you, connecting to the presence of divine unconditional love within your heart, that which is you, the presence of divine love in all. I now call forth with the deepest love and gratitude to the archangels, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, and the legions of God's healing angels to step forth and encircle you now. And at this time, I invite you to go within your heart to call forth any ascended master, angel, divine being of light, to come close to you and support you during this time. Calling them forth with love in your heart. Thanking them for their service. And now resting and relaxing now. As I will raise my hands, asking the light of God, all that is divine love, to bring healing to you today. I am the healing presence of God in action going forth to you now. I invite you to slowly bring your attention back to your body and your breath. And allowing yourself to integrate this experience, the blessings, the transmission through the ascended council of light. And take a moment to offer your gratitude to the ascended masters, the archangels, anyone whom you called forth, you know is with you, offering your words of love. Perhaps not even necessarily words, just an emanation of love from your heart. As we are joined together in the light that beats our hearts, let's now call forth healing for our planet, affirming to yourself, I am the healing presence of God in action, going forth to this planet, to all nations, to wherever healing is needed. Seeing yourself as a divine being of light that is limitless, beyond your sacred body temple. And I invite you now to raise your hands with me and envisioning our beloved Mother Earth, and envisioning all of us joined together through our hearts, holding hands and standing as the light of God here now, silently affirming, I am the healing presence of God in action, going forth wherever healing is needed now. Visualize our earth surrounded in the violet flame, transmuting all into divine perfection. All is being purified through the light now. We rest our hands back down, resting on our legs, affirming the divine connection continues to flow with ease and grace, with boundless love, affirming that there is no separation, affirming love is within you, love is in your neighbors, in your family, friends, and every form of life, every sentient being. We are connected. All is being healed now. And we say thank you, thank you, thank you. So be it. It is done.
Thank you, Annika. That was beautiful. I would like to say thank you to Victoria, who has been helping with our Violet Tara Facebook group. So everyone is welcome to seek membership in that by getting one of the Violet Tara books so you can answer the admission questions and learn more about using the Violet Tara practices in your daily life. So I'd like to thank you all for participating. It's a gift to me to see you all. Dharma, would you like to say anything in conclusion?
I would like to say thank you as well to you, Peter, and to Annika for your beautiful healing works. And to everyone else, thank you so much for your love and support, and for your contribution to the light, and for making the energetic field and healing aid. And as Peter said, as you heal yourself and feel love and happiness, you're positively affecting the whole planet. And the whole universe is grateful to you for that as well. I would like to mention that these healing sessions and meditations are entirely free. But if you would like to make a donation, we will greatly appreciate it. And you may do so on the website imteachings.com through PayPal button. You can also send a check to the address Church of Seven Rays, P.O. Box 711, Mount Shasta, California, 96067, United States. And if you have any questions later on, you can email Peter or Annika at the address churchofsevenrays@gmail.com. And if you would like to also set up, again, private healing session with Annika, you can contact her through her website, which is www.healingwithannika.com. That would be all from me. Thank you again from the bottom of my heart. Be well, all of you. Be well and healthy. Continue walking in love and light.
May the masters bless all of you and your own I am presence fill you all with love and healing.